A very good morning, class 11th. Another class we are starting today after Amphibia. We have started with our super classes, that is the Tetrapoda, and we have finished with our Pisces. And today we will talk about reptiles. Means today you have to keep in your mind, that is about snakes, that is about your crocodile. These all are, and these all animals, they belong to a very popular group which is known as reptilia. Actually, reptilia word, it is arising from the rapper or reptum, means those who can crawl, those who can creep or crawl. That is why the group name is reptilia. Now many of students, they have a very popular doubt in their mind that they are all are terrestrial. Now see, remember, that is why I always say that crocodile, is it only that you can observe it on terrestrial? No, you can observe them in the aquatic also. Snakes, are all the snakes they are terrestrial? No, there are the water snakes also, right? So animals, they are called reptiles because of their crawling or creeping habitat, and they can be aquatic or they can be terrestrial. If we talk about their exoskeleton, they have their skin which is covering this exoskeleton, and this is made up of epidermal scales. Very characteristic feature of reptilia, that exoskeleton is covered with or made up of scales, epidermal scales. Now here skin is dry and non-glandular, means it is not moist, it is not having any kind of gland, because the gas exchange purpose, they are not used for the exchange of gases. अगर exchange of gases होना ही नहीं है तो the skin doesn't need to be moist. So skin is thick, skin is dry and it is thick एंड इट इज़ नॉन ग्लैंडुलर. यहाँ पे अगर आप क्रोकोडाइल को इमेजिन कर लो तो ये वाला पॉइंट आपका एकदम क्लियर है. यहाँ पे अगर आप स्नेक को रिमेंबर कर लो तो आपका ये एपिडर्मल स्केल्स वाला पॉइंट इज क्लियर. सो स्किन इज कवर्ड विद द एपिडर्मल स्केल and it is not moist, it is non-glandular, it is thick to minimize the loss of water. They are carnivores, they all are, maximum, or I will say all of them, they are carnivores except tortoise. What is tortoise? Tortoise is omnivorous, it can eat both, that is plants as well as the animals. So except tortoise, all other are carnivores. If we talk about their systems now, respiratory system I am here talking about, because respiratory and circulatory system, they are very important here. Respiration is pulmonary, that it means lungs are developed here, so respiration is through lungs. Circulatory system, you need to pay your full attention here right now. Heart is, I'm not saying it is 3-chambered heart, I'm saying here it is 3.5 chambered. Now you will say, ma'am, we have heard about 1-chambered heart, 2-chambered heart, but what is this 3.5-chambered heart? There is no doubt that they have 2 atrium and 1 ventricle. Actually the ventricle they have, but this is incompletely divided. Complete division is not there in the ventricles, they are not completely divided. So ventricle is divided, but partition is incomplete. So they are known as, that heart is 3.5 चैम्बर्ड. बट अगेन एक्सेप्शंस बहुत मिलने वाली हैं आपको इस ग्रुप में. सो एक्सेप्शन के लिए क्या करना है, take out one page, put a tape on it, and just paste it on your study table. I told you one example in their eating habitat, that is tortoises, they are omnivorous, rest are carnivores. One exception here in the circulatory system, that mostly they have 3.5 chambered heart, but crocodile's heart is 4 chambered, means now there is no problem, because complete the ventricles, they are completely partitioned, so no problem in that. Complete separation of right and left ventricles. Now blood which is supplied to body parts is mixed blood. Yesterday we also talked about this point. Mixed blood, that heart in which is supplying mixed blood, that is known as arteriovenous heart. It is which type of heart is known as arteriovenous heart, in which supplied blood is mixed blood, not completely oxygenated, it is a mixed blood. So double circulation will definitely not be complete, it will be incomplete. And RBC again, they are nucleated. Here one system is very well developed, other system is reduced. Hepatic portal system is very well developed, and renal portal system, that is reduced. If we talk about the digestive system, teeth, we talked about now teeth, homodont, then acrodont, then polyphyodont. Here teeth, they are of different types. Now see, teeth, they can be homodont or heterodont, means they can be of same size and shape, or they can be of different size or shape, or teeth can be acrodont type. Actually acrodont type is very less common, it is not majorly observed. Most common observed is pleurodont type of teeth, but exception, because as you know that circulatory system is well developed in crocodiles, so in crocodiles teeth are thecodont. What are thecodont? Those teeth which are properly fixed, which are known as your socket tooth. Also socket tooth means which are fixed properly, like in case of human beings. As well as the another one is teeth can be polyphyodont also, means they can have multiple set. Every time when teeth fall, they are fallen down, then the new set will be formed. Then now they have cloaca at the end. Now cloaca, you are very confident in cloaca now. It is a common opening for digestive system, reproductive system, and excretory system. DS means digestive system. RS का respiratory system नहीं बनाना है, it means reproductive system. And ES means excretory system. Okay, so if we talk about their nitrogenous waste, terrestrial reptiles, those who are observed on land, जैसे कि आपकी lizard है, that is uricotalic, right? It is uricotalic. And aquatic, those who are in water, they like turtle, tortoise, crocodile, they are uricotalic, right? So either there will be uricotalic or there will be ureotalic. Nervous system, there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. I am not going to tell you about amphibians here. Go back to the amphibians and you are going to tell me that what did you observe? How many pairs of cranial nerves they are observed in amphibians, right? So sense organs are developed Ear has only again one bone only, that is stapes. Inner ear is also present. They have one unique sense organ, that is capacity to receive chemicals, those chemicals which are present in the air, that is specially which is observed in snakes. So this unique sense organ is known as Jacobson's organ. फिर से सुनो, Jacobson's organ क्या होता है? Which have capacity or which can receive various chemicals which are present in the air, and it is a very characteristic feature of snakes. Endoskeleton, that is again bony, same like amphibian, but in amphibians, what was the difference here between the amphibians as well as the reptiles? Atlas and axis, they both are present. But what was in the case of amphibians? No, there was one difference. So think about it. You will be able to collect more differences between amphibians and reptiles. Reproductive system, sexes are separate, but still they show sexual dimorphism. Males and females, they can be easily distinguished from each other. Means if you look at them, you can easily recognize that who is a male and which one is a female. Now, fertilization is internal. Males, they have one copulatory organ like पेनिस, जैसे कि हमारे ह्यूमन बींग्स में पेनिस होता है, they also have copulatory organ. Now they are oviparous, they lay eggs, and eggs are cladoic eggs. Very 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 important feature, cladoic eggs. हमने आज तक अभी तक मैंने आपको ये टर्म नहीं पढ़ाई थी. So now pay your attention here. What are cladoic eggs? Cladoic eggs are those बच्चा which are self-sufficient eggs. Self-sufficient eggs means they have enough yolk content, और ये इतना enough होता है कि it can easily supply the nourishment to developing embryo. So polylecithal eggs, these are also known as polylecithal eggs, and polylecithal eggs, they are also known as cladoic eggs because they have sufficient nutrition for the developing embryo. They are membranes which surround the embryo. It is amnion, chorion, allantois, and yolk sac. This is the common membranes which surround the developing embryo. 4 membranes are there: amnion, chorion, allantois, and yolk sac. A C A Y, right? A C A Y. ACAY, ACAY, amnion, chorion, then allantois, and finally yolk sac. These are the membranes which you will observe around the embryo. Now, there are certain features that we said mostly they are oviparous, that they lay eggs, but few reptiles are viviparous also, like the rat snake. It is viviparous, very interesting one. Then few are ovoviviparous, that is the rattlesnake. Means they lay eggs, but they keep eggs till they are hatched into that is the offspring. So that is the rattlesnake. they are having limbs, and whenever limb is present, it is in pairs. Four limbs, two forelimbs, and two hind limbs. Limbs are again, they are pentadactylic, they are having 5 digits, but at the tip, that like we are having nails, they are having claws, except snakes. Do you find a snail limbs in snakes? No. Any snake with the limb? No. Limbs are absent in snakes. They are cold blooded? Yes, definitely cold blooded animals. Amphibia खत्म हो गया, fishes खत्म हो गई, reptilia खत्म हो गया, but still we are not reached to the homeotherms. बच्चा ये याद रखना है. देखो साइक्लोस्टोमेटा से चले थे हम. साइक्लोस्टोमेटा, chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, amphibia, reptilia, all are poikilotherms. Body is again, I am telling you, that is dry, covered with epidermal skin. यहाँ पे मैंने इसीलिए special features लिखा है that snakes and lizards, they shed their scales, and shedding of their skin scales is known as skin cast. इसको क्या बोलते हैं जब कोई skin अपनी shed करता है? That is known as skin cast. Now let's talk about their examples. So here many of you don't even know that what is the difference between turtle and tortoise, same as we observed in the toad and frog. Chelone, it is a turtle, and testudo, that is a tortoise. Turtle, tortoise, alligator and crocodile. बच्चा crocodile की ये जो end वाली tip होती है, it is very thick and hard. Alligator में ये just like ऐसे आपको tail की तरह दिखती है. That is the major difference between crocodile and alligator. Otherwise आगे से देखने पे ये दोनों same लगते हैं. But there is a difference between crocodile and alligator, but they both are classmates. They both belong to which class? Reptilia. Then tree lizard, जो mostly आपको मिलती है trees पे, that is chameleon. Very common in garden, that is the calotus, that is also known as garden lizard. Then हमारी favorite lizard which is found in our homes, that is wall lizard, Hemidactylus. It is very common. किसके घर में नहीं होगी ये? Very common, observed in homes, right? And then comes the main that is like a king of jungle is lion. Here king of reptilias, that is poisonous snake. Nasa, that is cobra. Crate, very very poisonous snake. Bangaras, then is the viper, it is the vipera, right? This is all about our class, that is reptilia. I'm here leaving you, or even I'm solving one question for you which was asked in JIPMER, that polylecithal eggs of reptiles, birds and insects, they are also known as cladoic egg because these are having calcareous shell and other membranes. They are an adaptation to terrestrial life. They have self-sufficient food, water and salt. None of the above. मोस्टली बच्चे इसको टिक करके आते हैं बच्चा, बट यहाँ पे हमें बोथ ए एंड सी नहीं दिया है ऑप्शन में. सो एक बेस्ट मार्क करना है. तो सबसे बेस्ट ये है कि कैलकेरियस जो क्लैडोइक एग्स होते हैं, दे आर हैविंग अ वेरी प्रोटेक्टिव शेल and which is calcareous shell, and that help them to survive out of water. And shell is very porous to air and other gases, and it is hard because it is calcareous, it is made up of calcium. And egg, it contains that sufficient amount of food which it needs to develop into hatching. It contains sufficient amount of food. So they are speciality of reptiles, birds and insects. So it is able to survive outside from the water because of its calcareous nature. And the membranes we talked about, that they have amnion, they have chorion, they have allantois, they have yolk sac. So the best answer is A. So whenever you are answering these kind of questions, always take out your best option, right? So keep practicing this group, and only don't read, only solve as much as objective questions. Only then this chapter is going to be fruitful. Otherwise that will be a lot of waste of time. So I will meet you with the another class that is about the aves.